Girlfriends, come on in. Come on in. I want to talk to you about something today. I want to talk to you about this thing because it seems very simple to do, right? It seems super simple to do. It's one word to say. It seems very simple. But for some reason, a lot of us don't do this one thing. This really, really important word and thing that we don't do often enough is say yes. Say yes. Why don't we say yes more? Why don't we say yes more to opportunities for growth, for increased financial freedom, for healing? Why do we want to stay stuck? Why? First of all, let's raise a glass to our comfort zones. Cheers to you. If you love your comfort zone. I do. I love mine. I love my comfort zone. And I know you do too. And I know even by me saying the word comfort zone, some of you are already starting to prickle. Oh, what is she gonna challenge us to do this time, right? Just shut up, Jess. I love my comfort zone. I do too. I do too. I'm right there with you. I love to be comfortable. Our ego loves for us to be comfortable. Our ego's job is to keep us safe. And when we change our environment, when we say yes to things, when we start something new, when we go on a path, whether that be healing, a business, we move out of town, our egos freak the fuck out. Freak out. Because they're like, this isn't safe, this isn't what I know, da-da-da-da. And if we listen to our ego, we will never make progress. We will never do things that we want to do or maybe should do or don't know that we need to do until it's too late. Let's think about this, right? Let's think about this. 7 years ago, I had a nice job. I got a promotion. I was working in HR. Okay, I had a really nice job. Jay, my partner, he just got a promotion. We were doing good. However, I wanted a little bit more. I was like, can I get a savings account up in here? Because, working in human services, it's not readily available. Lots of money, right? I was like, I just want a savings account. Just want to pay off some cards. But I was comfortable. I was proud of myself. I had promoted in this company up the ranks, right? But in my gut, something was like, I could do a little bit more. I could impact more people. I could make more money. But I don't know what that looks like. And even though my gut was telling me for years, stretch yourself, do something more fun, say yes to an opportunity, get out there and do something different than what you've been doing and what you know. I don't want to get a part-time job, punch a clock, where people are telling me what to do. I don't need extra income that bad, but I needed something to kind of light me up. Something that I could get creative with, something that I can put myself in an arena with other women. I was sick of seeing the same things day in and day out. Traumatized children. Trauma. I know a lot of you feel that way because a lot of you are nurses or work in human services, or even if you work in the business sector, it's the world is just so full of trauma, right? I didn't want to see that 24/7. It was starting to weigh on my psyche. So about 7 years ago, I came across this lipstick that stayed on all day. And it's interesting because I never wore a stitch of makeup, but when I got hired to this HR job, I wanted something that would last me through interviews and long days of processing stuff. And I came across this lipstick, and I didn't realize that my love and wow from this lipstick would turn into something bigger. And in my gut, I was like, why don't you try this? This seems like something cool to get into. You know what I mean? Why don't you try it? And I remember saying to Jay, should I do it? Should I not do it? And I was like a freak. I was making, what should I do? Ha. And he was like, why don't you just shut up and try it? Right? What's the worst that can happen? And I was like, at the time, I was way more freaky. I was like, what if no one likes me? What if no one buys anything? What if, ego. What if? And he's like, why don't you just try it? And I was like, okay. So I messaged the lipstick girl and I was like, you know what? I think I want to talk about these lipsticks, right? And more. And at the time, I had no idea what this meant. All I knew is that I was like, well, let me give this a go. Let me see if I can meet some cool people, if I can learn a new skill, if I can, save a little bit of money, pay off some credit cards. Like, let me just see what happens. And I remember Jay saying to me, honey, he said, you don't wear any makeup. You don't wear makeup, but you're going to go sell makeup. Even though he was encouraging me to do it. And I was like, cool. Side note, I do this exercise to try to keep my dull chin at bay. Because I have like this kind of chin. That's like, anyway, I do this. So we're sharers. We're all sharers, right? And most people don't get paid for sharing things, which is a damn shame. Because what one of you watching? What if I said to you, would you like some extra money? Are you going to be like, nope, don't want that? Would you like to, help women or people? Nope, don't. I hate people. What do you mean? Which, sometimes we don't like everybody, but we like people. We're good people, right? It's funny because I think we overcomplicate things. And I've talked about this on videos before. We overcomplicate things a lot. Why are we so freaking afraid? Why are we so afraid to say yes? Why are we so afraid to put ourselves out there? Why are we so afraid to help others? Why are we so afraid to step into our own power? Why are we so afraid to try things? What are we so afraid of? Especially as women, like, what the hell are we so afraid of? That people will judge us? Kiss my ass. People are judging you no matter what you do. Just want to let you know. You walk down the street, somebody's judging you. Positively or negatively. You go to work, somebody's judging you. Everybody don't like you. Just so you know, everybody doesn't like you. And people are judging you all the time. So when I said yes to that lipstick, I didn't know what kind of journey, what kind of doors I'm opening up, right? I had no idea. I was like, let me just see what happens. Let me just see if my coworkers are into this. And they were, I worked with that lipstick part-time, that lipstick, that makeup, that skincare, part-time for like 3 years. And I got myself a savings account. There was no pressure because I had a full-time job. Got myself a savings, paid off some credit cards, got myself a new car. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm riding high. I got my job, I got my part-time, little business gig, got it all going on. And one day Jay and I both lost our jobs. I was demoted because our company lost money and he like straight up lost his job. And we were faced with we worked at the same place. We were like, what the hell are we going to do? What are we going to do? Luckily, I had been part-timing this lipstick gig for years. Luckily. This is not to be cynical. This is to be real. It's happened to quite a few people I know. And to myself and to my partner. Twice. And I'm like, if I didn't say yes to lipstick 3 years ago, what would we have done? It would have been a struggle. I'm here to tell you. I was like, my car was due to trade in. I don't know how I was going to afford a car. We had no jobs. So all this to say that I'm like, all right, lipstick, checking the box of like tangible things that you've done for me that I can like hold in my hand and say, thank God I said yes. Let's fast forward again. I stayed working in that forced demotion situation. I went back to a high school that I worked in and I was miserable. I was crying every day. I was having health stuff. I was miserable. I was getting cysts. We don't want to think and talk about a lot of people how our emotions and our mental health is 100% in correlation with our physical health. And if we don't put ourselves in positions and in places to elevate, then we can stay stuck very easily, especially as women, because our hormones and our cycle, that governs who we are. That's just DNA. That's what we have inside. And it is a vital sign that shows us a roadmap to how we're living. So I'm working at this school and I'm miserable and I'm making all my coworkers miserable. I've been with them for 10 years, right? In different settings. And I was a miserable bitch because I didn't want to be there. I had grown out of that, And then one day I kind of like chuckle about it now because I just can't believe how crazy. But there was an active shooter situation at the school that I worked in. And I freaked out. I was like, I remember texting Jay and saying, I'm not going out like this. I'm not going out. I tried to run out the door. I had enough. I had been around this, kids with trauma and different things for so long. And then this was happening. And I had to laugh to myself. And my whole life just kind of like, when they say like flash before your eyes, like I looked around and I'm like, I'm not going out like this in this fucking basement of this school. Luckily, it all turned out okay for every single person in the school. And I remember I walked out. I said, I have to go. I need a breath. I need a break. I have to go. And I walked out the front door and I called my therapist. Thankfully, I had started seeing a therapist. So all these things kind of started to fall in line, right? In the last few years. Anxiety, different things, right? That led me to a good therapist. My gallbladder being removed led me on this health journey. But all of this stuff started. The catalyst for every piece of my life starting to unravel and then fall into place was because I said yes to lipstick. So I left and I called my therapist and I said, I can't do it anymore, bro. I got to get out of here. This is not my life's mission anymore. This is keeping me stuck. I have greater dreams and aspirations. I can't do this. And she was like, come in and I'm going to help you. And help me she did. She was like, you have been working your business part-time for 3-4 years. You have built up a nice little side hustle here. Why can you not turn that into a full-time situation? You would just need full-time time in order to take your part-time full-time. And I was like, you're right. And I called my job of 10 years the next day and I said, I'm taking a break. And I remember 3 months turned into 6 months. And they were like, Jess, you've been out. We need a decision. And I knew by month 2, probably by day 3. But I knew early on that I wasn't going back. That it was a comfort zone. I'd been there for so long. A lot of my identity was wrapped up in there. I met Jay in there. Friends there. Friends. People that I thought were friends in there. There was so much that happened there that it's like you don't want to let it go. And also, I think your ego is attached to I got this degree, right? I've got to follow it through. I'm really good at working with kids, so I think I should do that. I hear that all the time. I'm so good at this. Yeah, you're good at it, but is it good for you? You're good at it, but is it good for you? So I left. And I didn't look back. And I worked my lipstick business for 3 more years. And I get emotional because it gave me a lot. It allowed me to heal. People say all the time, you're so lucky. You can go to the gym in the middle of the day, or you can do a therapy appointment in the middle of the day. You can do yoga. You can meal prep. You can do all these things. You're so lucky. People say you're lucky. And I do believe in this life that I'm blessed, but I don't believe I'm lucky. I believe I'm blessed that I have the opportunities to do what I want to do when I want to do it. But the reason that I have those opportunities is because I said yes. I said yes. I was afraid and I did it anyway. I said yes. And then I said no. No more. I had no idea that 7 years ago, when I said yes to something so simple, like $50, when I said yes, I was literally saying yes to the rest of my life. I was literally saying yes to healing my whole body. That I was literally saying yes to healing my mind. That I was literally saying yes to healing my relationship. That's really an important one. That I was saying yes to so much. I thought I was saying yes to a lipstick, an opportunity to talk to my family and friends about makeup and skincare. I didn't know that yes was going to change my whole life. Every time I talk about this shit, I'm like, I'm not gonna get emotional. I've talked about it too many times. And then every time I do get emotional, I get emotional for myself, for my old self, my past self that is so proud of me today. But I also get emotional for people that I hear from every day that are like, I hate my job hates me, my mental health is deteriorating, my physical health is deteriorating, I don't want to do what I'm doing, but I feel stuck, I don't want to do it. I get so emotional for those people because there is a way to get out, there is a way to change. There is a way. You just have to be strong enough and brave enough just to be like, yeah. Go to someone who you look up to. Go to a person who you trust. And be like, hey, yeah, help me. I am not suggesting that anyone goes out and quits their job. Not at all. What I'm suggesting is that you start saying yes to small, could potentially be big opportunities that puts you in energetic spaces to evolve. That's what I'm asking you to say yes to. Opportunities that you don't know what they're going to bring you, but you're open. You're open for it, right? That's what I'm asking you to do, is to stop saying stuck. Stop it. And if you don't feel stuck, that's okay too. You still should be saying yes. You don't know what lives on the other side of that yes. There's only positives that can come from it. I used to tell my team all the time, I'm like, you either are going to earn money, or you're going to learn. The hope is that you do both. So in the summer of 2022, in August, I said yes again. I said yes again. I was reaching a point where I was starting to feel not aligned with what I was doing. Most of you know I went on a massive healing journey, and I teach a ton about women's health and wellness every day on my Instagram. And I wasn't feeling aligned with what I was doing for work. And so I said yes. I said yes to Beautycounter. And it was another situation where I don't know why I said yes. I hadn't tried one single product. Not one. Most of you are not in that boat. I did not try one single product. I didn't really know much about the company, but my gut led me in the right direction. I literally joined Beautycounter so that I could have the opportunity to bring cleaner skincare and makeup to my clients. Period. I wanted a cleaner option for them. For y'all. I realized that once I dug more into Beautycounter and the products, I clearly love the products. That's a key. And they're really high performing. That's a big key, right? I can't talk about something I don't like. But I quickly realized that a piece for me, the Beautycounter is really, really good at, is advocating. It's advocating for women. And I have not found that in any other company. I have searched high, I have searched low. They are advocating for women in the world, right? By changing laws and standards that impact our health on a daily basis. And to me, that is so above and beyond anything that I could ask for in a company. I want so badly for women to take their power back, for women to realize how amazing we are, for women to allow themselves opportunity and spaces to heal and grow. This is what I talk about to my clients all the time, to people who follow me, to my friends, my family. Oh God, they're probably so annoyed. When we take our power and we say, this is what I'm going to do. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I want to heal. Yes, I want to partner with Jess in business. Yes, I want to use clean skincare and makeup. Yes, I want to go for a walk today. literally magical things happen for you. I am totally the person who's coming on here and sobbing. And that is how I know that I'm in the right place with the right people. That is how I know I can impact change. That is how I know that I want to impact change. I literally want you to start saying yes. Even when you don't know what's going to happen. I want you to say yes to business opportunities. I want you to say yes to going to that class or going to that retreat. I want you to say yes to healing. You're worth it. You deserve it. You should do it. Your life will only get better. Doors will unlock more. More blessings will come into your life. It's literally never too late. It's never too late to do any of it. It's only going to help you as we age. We need things that we're passionate about. We need community. We need income. That's not a dirty word. We need to be fighting for things that we believe. And you do have time. You do have time. Enough with the excuses. I don't have time to go to the gym. Yep, you have 10 minutes to go lift some weights. Yes, you do. You can do it right in your home, actually. I don't have time to go for a walk. Yep, you do. 10 minutes. I don't have time to run a business. Yes, you do, because not everyone runs a business the same. And a business doesn't mean the way I run a business. You have time. You have time to talk about your makeup, because you do anyway. I don't have time to heal. Yes, you do. I don't have time to cook. Yes, you do. You're creating the restraints around your life, not the other way around. You decide. A lot of you are doing this already, but you're outsourcing it to somebody else when you could take charge and be that person. Be that vehicle for change for other people. Because you're here listening to this, I know that that's in you. I know that that's in you. You haven't swiped off. Feel free always to message me and ask me anything. I'm an open book and I've had quite the journey. Say yes, y'all. Say it with me now. Y-E-S. Say it now. It is safe for me to say yes to things that I don't quite know why I need to say yes to them. It is safe for me because I know by saying yes, my future self is greatly impacted. I know that I don't need to have all the answers today, but saying yes will help me to grow. I know that yes can be scary. I hold space for that. But yes is how we transform our life. Y-E-S. Get out of your own way. I love you.